English story. Erin was in trouble. She had no money, no job, and no husband, and three young children. Life is difficult when you are a single mother. But Erin loved her young family and she wanted to make their lives happy and comfortable. Day after day, she read the local newspaper and called for jobs. But every phone call and every interview was unsuccessful. It was a time to try something new. Erin visited her lawyer at Masri. I am smart, I am hardworking, and I will do anything, she told him. Please give me a job. It was a strange way to find a job. But Erin did what she had to do. She wanted to be a good person and a good mother. Erin was not like the other office workers. She did not always speak politely. She did not wear dog shoes and she gave her opinion fearlessly. She worked hard organizing papers into piles and boxes every day. But the work was too boring for a smart woman like Erin. Soon she started reading some of the letters and lawyers' paper to make her days more interesting. Maybe there is a mistake. She started looking at the big box of her papers one page at a time. It seemed that a large electricity company, Pacific Gas and Electric Company, PG&E, wanted to buy hundreds of houses in the small town of Hinkley, close to the electricity station. But why? More importantly, why were the homeowners healthy papers in the same box? It was a mystery. Erin could not sleep that night. She was worried. Did PG&E wanted to hide something? Were the people of Hinkley safe? Erin was already busy woman with her own problems. She had little time to worry about other people, but deep inside, Erin felt that something was wrong. Could she solve the mystery? She needed more information. The next day, she spoke to her boss, said. With his help, Erin started looking more closely at the papers. Erin discovered more and more strange papers in the wrinkly box. She realized that there was a serious problem. She loved her family and she wanted to spend more time with them. She wanted to see her children grow up, but people in Hinkley were very sick and one day Erin knew about it. She wanted to help, so she bravely decided to solve the Hinkley mystery alone. Erin visited people in Hinkley and spoke to them about PG and their houses and their health. She wanted to find the true story. Erin was not a lawyer. She was friendly and interesting, and people of Hinkley liked talking to her. They told her the PG&E was a good company. It made their water safe, it paid for their hospital testers, and it offered their good jobs. But Erin was not so sure. Erin always got what she wanted. Now she needed help and information. She was working alone. But this did not stop her. She called and visited scientists, doctors, and lawyers. She talked to anyone who could help her, and every day she worked hard. At last, she got the pieces of information that she really needed. PG&E was poisoning the water near Hinkley. PG&E is one of the biggest companies in the US and people liked it and trusted it. But Erin realized that the company told lies. The water was safe, they said, but they were poisoning it. Erin was not important, famous or rich. She was not even a lawyer, but she decided to fight against PG&E for the people in Hinkley. She knew that she had to help in every possible way. How many people were poisoned in Hinkley? Was anyone in danger? Erin returned to the town to find out. People know Erin now. They trust her and they talk honestly about their healthy problems. Hundreds of people in Hinkley had terrible illness and some were dying. As Erin listened to the great problems and worries in these people's lives, she became very angry. PG&E know that it was killing people. It was expensive to clean the water from its electricity station. So the dirty water ran into the Hinkley rivers and drinking water. Now the company wanted to buy the houses and keep this secret. It was not worried about the people who became sick. It was worried about possible payment to those people. Money was a big problem for Ed Masri too at this time. Erin work was important, he know that. But lawyers only get paid when they win. It was almost impossible for a small local office to win against PG&E. Ed was afraid. But he was a brave man too. He trusted Erin and Erin's courage, and hard work carried them through the most difficult times. From start to finish, Erin work for the people of Hinkley took more than 5 years. During that long and difficult time, Erin and Ed made a great team. As Erin talked to different Hinkley people, her name and face became famous in the town. She had to be careful, though she did not want PG and to know about her work. As more people told their stories, Erin got the necessary information. She worked longer and longer hours. She still had a family to look after, too her body and mind were tired, but she knew that quick action was important. Finally, it was a time to fight PG&E. Erin had Ed sent 634 notice for lawsuits from their small office to the large expensive office of PG&E. It was a brave, but was it crazy? PG&E was a dangerous enemy. Was this the end of Ed's company? When PG&E received the notice for the lawsuits, its lawyer immediately realized the danger. The sick people of Hinkley wanted lots of money from the company. More lawyers were brought in on both sides. The lawsuits were too big for Erin and Ed alone, but Erin continued to work on them. The Hinkley people were her friends now. She truly loved them and she knew more about their lives and problems than anyone. So Erin, Ed and the lawyers from the other companies worked together to do their best for the people of Hinkley. After months of hard work, important lawyers in the expensive clothes filled in a small courtroom. PG&E bosses sat quietly in their chairs, trying not to look worried. Erin was nervous and excited. She thought about her friends in Hinkley and she remembered the long years behind her. As the judge spoke his final word, she listened silently. PG&E had to pay $333 million to the people of Hinkley. It was the largest amount of money for this type of lawsuits in the history of the United States. This also gave hope to the ordinary people and small office. And when PG&E stopped poisoning the water at Hinkley, hundreds of people's lives were saved. After the fighting against PG&E, Erin and Ed had enough money to stop working forever. But today Erin is still working for head office. She is not lawyer. She always liked to do things her own way and she has not changed. But her health, her family and the people of Hinkley are more important. Today she works for other ordinary people who are fighting against big companies. Her courage and hard work continue to help people and save lives. The caretaker. Chandra lived with her parents in a village in India. She watched the Raja elephants every day. She loved the elephants and they loved her. The villager grew rice. Chandra's mother and father grew rice too. I can help you, said the Raja to the villagers. Let me look after your rice. The villager brought the rice to him. One year it did not rain and the villagers did not have any food. Can we have our rice? They asked the Raja. No, said the greedy Raja. The villagers were angry, but the Chandra did not stop working. She washed the elephants every day. But one day the Raja God said, you cannot wash the elephant today. They are very ill. Chandra was worried. Can I talk to the Raja, please? She asked. The gods took her to the Raja in his beautiful palace. In front of him was a board with black and white square. What do you want, little girl? He said. I am Chandra. I wash your elephant, she said. I can help them. Please can I see them? Yes, you can, said the Raja. The gods took Chandra to the elephants and the big animals walked slowly towards her. Oh, you are a very ill, said Chandra. Sadly, then she looked at their bodies. Oh, she said, your ears hurt. I must clean them. Chandra cleaned the elephants' ears, and after 3 days the elephants were well again. The Raja was very happy. Thank you. What can I give you? He asked. Chandra thought about the angry villagers. You can give me some rice, she said. Of course. How much rice do you want? Asked the Raja. Chandra looked at the Raja board. Please put 1 grain of rice on the first square, she said. Then put 2 grains of rice on the second square and put 4 grains on the third square. I understand, said the Raja. We must double the number of grains on every square. Let's start. The Raja gods put all the rice in the palace on the board. Then the Raja was worried. They have 64 squares. I cannot put rice on all the squares. He said, that is too much rice. What can I do? Chandra smiled at him. You have got the villagers' rice, she said. Give it back to them. Of course, said the Raja. And he was never greedy again.